Hi guys, today I'm sharing 3 DIYs with you. Two are trash to treasure and one was almost a trash but decided to do a different technique. I used 2 different techniques. So that is these bunnies. They were kind of freaking me out, as I mentioned in my other channel, but I like the shape of them, so I decided to kind of give them a makeover. And I'm trying out this new technique that's all the rage on Pinterest and on YouTube, and it's the baking soda paint. Now I've seen the other technique that I will use on my other bunny. I seen them use cornstarch, but I thought I tried with baking soda as well. So the first thing that I do is I just mix up white acrylic paint and black acrylic paint with baking soda, and this just gives it that almost chalky texture to it. Now this bunny was fairly textured, so it didn't really show as texture as if you went on a smooth surface, but I do like the way the bunny ended up looking, all white and then just a little brown showing through here and there. I think it made the bunny look much better. It wasn't the brown paint on its body that I did not like. It's the eyes that I wasn't a fan of. So I ended up actually using a very, very small paintbrush and painting the eyes just black, fully black. That way they weren't creeping me out. The next bunny, I paint the eyes as well, and then I mix my black acrylic paint with the baking soda and paint it as well. I've tried using a sponge brush to do this at the beginning, and just so you know, the bristle brush works much better, and it gets into all the little crevices. It was almost like the foam brush was disintegrating as I was painting with it. So I ended up switching to the bristle brush right at the beginning. I just forgot to mention that. Now once I was finished painting this bunny, it gave it almost like grayish look, I think, with the baking soda, but I love the way it looked. But this is the part where I saw it being done with cornstarch, but I thought I'd try it with baking soda. So while your bunny is still wet, apply the baking soda all over it and rub it in. Make sure it gets into all the little nooks and crannies. I ended up using a brush to kind of push it in and spread it out a little bit. It was a dry brush, not the one that I was using, and a bristle brush as well. So, and that just helped it get into little nooks and crannies and not being all clumped up. So it just spread it out. I absolutely love the look it gave this bunny, and it was such an easy thing to do, and it made the bunny look so much better than what it originally did. I did buy them at the dollar store, and I almost tossed them, and then I saw everybody doing this, so I thought I'd give it a try. And like I said, I love the way the bunny ended up looking. Let me know what you think. Have you tried this technique before? I would love to know down in the comments. So for my next project, I have been on this kick with these French stencils. I have gotten this stencil on Amazon. I will have a link down below for you to check it out. It was a very inexpensive stencil. I have used it on one of my other projects earlier this month, but I wanted to make a pillow, and I still had leftover canvas from last time I was making pillows, so I thought I make this pillow. I think this pillow you can definitely use all year round, but for some reason I just feel like it's a spring thing. I don't know why. So I, as you know me, I hot glue my pillowcase, and then I take a dark gray paint, acrylic paint, and a sponge brush, stenciling sponge brush, and I do the stencil. But first I just want to make sure, and I mark it off where the pillow is going to end, just so my stencil is right smack in the middle. I also put paper towel underneath, or you can put a piece of cardboard, just so it does not leak through. I'm not putting a ton of paint because you don't want to do that when you're stenciling, but I still wanted to just make sure that it does not leak through to the other side. This time I also took some tape and I taped the stencil on, just so it's a little bit easier to stencil it on. I do not have painter's tape, I ran out, so I am just using packing tape to do that, and it worked just fine. So once it was in place and secured with the tape, I moved on to sponging. Now when you are sponging, you want to saturate your, for me anyway, saturate your brush, but then take some of it off, just so you don't have clumps, because clumps will leak through. If you saw once I reveal my stenciling, it did leak through a little bit, but it is a work in progress. I am slowly learning what is the best way to use these stencils, especially on fabric, because it does make a difference than on let's say paper or wood, because fabric will pick up that paint and kind of soak it in and spread it around. So you definitely don't want to have too much clumping on that brush. And then because you are taking it off, it does take a while to kind of go over and over and over the same area, just so it colors it in, paints it in, because I did find that the drier the brush, the harder it was to get it to be completely colored, painted. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, my name is Sonja, and you will always hear a toilet flushing in the background no matter what I do. So anyways, this is my DIY channel, and I do trash to treasure, thrift store, upcycles, makeovers, and dollar store DIYs 3 times a week. So make sure your bell is turned on, and make sure you are subscribed as well. I would love if you join my YouTube family. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, and if you're feeling adventurous, check out my home channel as well as cooking channel. On my home channel, I display a lot of these DIYs, and you get to see them in action in my home decor. So here is how it turned out. Like I said, it did leak a little bit, but I don't mind it. I think it makes it a little bit rustic looking, and I love the way it's gonna tie in all of my spring and even probably into the summer decor. Moving on to the last project, I have been wanting to buy this hanging basket forever, and I did find one on Amazon, but I wasn't 100% sure, so then I decided to make my own. So I'm using just scrap cardboard box. This had actually had my coffee in it, and I am pinching the bottom and adding some Gorilla Glue as well as hot glue. Gorilla Glue for more of a long-term hold, and hot glue so I can actually move on and work on it right away. So hopefully these two will keep it together well. So I add the glue on the corners as well as in the middle, and then I just clamp it up, and I keep the clamps on until I'm completely finished doing everything else. So you want to cut off the flaps, and then I also cut a round circle, half a circle on top, and I make holes at the back just to thread some twine to a rope so you can hang it up. And then I start wrapping it up with my jute rope all the way around. I love this look. I have made couple baskets a while back using the same technique, and I absolutely love the way this looks, and it's such an inexpensive way to create kind of like a rope baskets. I used 3 full packages of this rope. I got this rope at Dollarama. I think it was $1.50, and then I used a half a package that I had opened as well. Now, another thing that I want to kind of let you know, that you don't want to have a same starting point or ending point all the time. You can wrap the rope completely around, which is what I did, but I just wanted to show you that if you run out of rope and start with a new one, you want that starting point to be different than your last one. I just think it makes it look a little bit better, staggered, instead of all in the same spot. So I wrapped this whole thing with the rope and hot glue. I put hot glue everywhere because I am planning on using this on my front porch outside. I just didn't, and there's going to be wind, so I wanted to make sure that there is hot glue on all of it. So that is what I do, wrap it completely around. So here it is, all wrapped up. Like I said, used 3.5 packages of rope, and then here it is all styled. I just hung it up in my rec room just to show you, because I'm not quite ready to put it in on my front porch quite yet. We're still supposed to get some snow. So I absolutely love the way this turned out. Let me know what you think. Let me know which one was your favorite, if you loved all 3 of them, and thank you so much for watching. And like I mentioned, if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you press the subscribe and a notification bell so you don't miss out any of my future uploads. So until next time, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.